Tommy, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, there's a little baby Tommy G right in the corner. Don't get your tinsel in a tangle.
Yes.
That's what he says, so he always tells me.
Correct.
I have an 8-degree curvature
Yes.
in my mid-back.
Right.
I get sometimes a burning sensation in my right, over my shoulder blade.
Okay.
How did I get it and how can I fix it? Because I haven't had that my whole life.
Yes, right. So, what did you do what's your career? What have you done work-wise?
I sat behind a desk for 20 years.
20 years.
Reaching over with my right hand.
Right. So, when we look at it, that forward head posture that we talk about, sitting at the computer all day long, all those things happen over time. They get trained. You get trained neurologically, so your brain memorizes those positions. You do that day in, day out, repetitiously, and it's going to get stuck that way. And when we start to lose those good curves, so as that head position goes forward, we start to lose that curve in the neck. Well, the spine has to move. It's going to move somewhere, and the result is now we start to get these lateral curves start to build up, and that's dysfunctional. It's not functionally correct, so that causes problem. That's what puts stress on your nerves.
So I got this curve. So I got this bad curve from sitting at a computer for 20 years.
Yes. That would be a main reason, yes. You could also look at things. You ever been in a car accident? You ever have any incidents, accidents like that? But that is definitely a primary reason why those curves develop. So
what does the muscles just
they get
stuck there and then it pulls
you
the
lose
spine?
Balance. Yes, you lose balance because that's how your body works. You want balance within your body. So the muscles in the front of your neck need to be in balance with the muscles in the back of the neck. But once that head position starts to creep forward, these muscles now are working harder to hold your head upright. These muscles have to become, what we'll say is inhibited. They become weak, and that's a rule of how your body works. These two muscles, the front neck muscles, the back, they're opposing muscles. So they need that balance in there. Once one muscle group starts to work harder, the other muscle, the opposing muscle, gets weak, and that's a rule of how your body works. So we want that balance to get in there, get that head position right, work the spine. We start to give people simple things to do. So we use this. This is a wedge or a block that we use, and people lay on this, and they put this into the middle of their neck.
So I put that under my neck.
You put this under your neck.
I lie on the floor and put that under my neck.
Correct. You lie on the floor, put this into the middle of your neck, and you hold that position for 15, 20 minutes. You do that day in and day out, and that starts to retrain not only your muscles, but ultimately into your ligaments to sit in a better position, and that's where you can start to retrain your body, ultimately get into your nervous system. You need to get to your nervous system, to your brain, to start to relearn the proper motions, relearn proper structure, and it's just something that needs to be done over the course of time. It's not going to happen in a week. Do it day in and day out for a few months. You're going to start to notice differences in the way your body moves and the way it's built.
Okay. And all right. So just do that.
Just do that.
And it's going to fix. And it's going to fix.
Not just do that, but it is one tool that we use to help get it fixed.
Okay. And the chiropractic adjustments.
So yeah. So in my office,
you need to always.
Yeah, in my office,
you need to keep the joints moving. Based on, I read all your posts
you have to keep the joints moving. You have to.
And the only way to keep those joints moving, it's not going outside and playing around and running or going to the gym.
No, exercise.
That's completely different.
It's completely different. It's going to work. That just works your body in a different way. Once those joints start to get stuck, they need to be physically worked, adjusted. That's what we do as a chiropractor. We adjust the spine. They need
so like if you kept
moved.
So for example, if you kept your foot in a boot for 20 years and didn't move it, you'd probably take it out of the boot and your joint wouldn't move.
That's correct.
So that's the same thing with your spine.
Yeah. Just look at your finger. You have 3 joints, 1, 2, 3 joints, and they all need to move. You lock one out, you start to lose motion in one of those joints. Well, you lose the function of basically the whole finger. So your spine is going to work similarly. There's 53 different joints in your spine, 53 joints. They all need to move because once one stops moving, that's the spot that's going to start to break down at a faster rate. That's arthritis. That's degeneration, degenerative joint disease, whatever you want to call it. They're all synonymous, but that's what happens when we start to lose function at any level, in any joint, your knee, your shoulder, your hip. So when that starts to become dysfunctional, it starts to break down at a faster rate, and that's not
Okay.
normal.
Okay. Got it.
Okay?
Got it.
Good.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.